you know. So we're learning different
Don't
things.
worry, we all are.
Yeah.
No, you're young. You're like half our age.
No, we are just 25.
Oh, you're a quarter of our age then pretty soon.
Oh, we are recording, okay?
Okay,
so
we're recording
watch
now.
what you say.
Yes. Okay.
Well, good evening, everyone.
Hi, good evening,
evening.
everyone.
Oh,
And
even
good morning, Lisa.
for you guys in Vancouver, too.
Yeah.
Well, in DC, it's 11 p.m.,
Yeah.
okay? Usually we have these interviews at 9 a.m. in DC, which is 6 a.m. for you guys. So I don't think it'll work for you. That's why I changed it to 11 p.m. and then 8 p.m. for you guys. Hi, I'm Pat.
I'm Marguerite. How are you?
And we have been asked to say a few words about ourselves. Okay. Well, what? Okay, we joined Nu Skin back in 1988.
Because we wanted to buy a new home.
Yeah, just to make some extra few dollars to help out with the house payment. Little did we know that this business grew and grew. And 2 years, you gave up her job. What did you
I
used
know.
to do?
I used to be a computer programmer for an airline, US Air, that doesn't exist anymore.
And I was a corporate lawyer with a huge law firm, huge oil company, all right, in this area. And it's still around, but it's part of another big oil company.
Mm.
And 2 years into the business, she had to give up her job because, you know, the Nu Skin income was twice her airline salary. And 7 years into the business, I gave up my law work because
he made a promise that when our Nu Skin income, 1 month's income surpasses yearly income as a lawyer, then he'll carry my bags and join me.
Wow.
all rumors. She spread the rumors, okay? I just said, if 1 month is more than my 1 year, I quit my job, okay? So that was, 26 years ago.
Yeah, it's 26 years.
24.
24
right?
years? 1996.
24 years ago. Time went by fast.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's we became, what is it? COE 4 in 2004.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've been in business in Nu Skin for 32 years
already.
Anyway, okay.
Now.
The spotlight is not on us, it's on our guests.
Yes. Lily and Spencer.
Say hi.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah,
We are from Vancouver.
Yeah, you have to say something in order to show up in that recording.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Lily. I'm the 19 years Presidential Director of Nu Skin and the COE 3. This is my husband and also my Nu Skin partner.
Yes, I'm Spencer Choi. Actually, we came from Hong Kong. It's just that because our family, both our families, they are all in Vancouver. And we are also Canadian. So every year we will come back here, 2 times, 3 times, sometimes 4 times a year to accompany our families. Yeah, so this is family time right now.
That's interesting. You can go fly back and forth like that?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we are following your footsteps because you always travel around the world first before you go home. And
one advantage of doing Nu Skin, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it's true.
You can go anytime you want, right?
Whenever you want. Anytime.
Well,
you want.
except when there's COVID-19, so that ruined everything.
Yeah, true.
Anyway.
It's only temporary. Okay, we just take a longer stay at home now.
Very good. So tell us a little bit more about your background.
Okay.
Lily.
Okay, let me start first. Okay, our background is just very ordinary one. We represent the group which has an ordinary background, but with Nu Skin, we have extraordinary results. Let me tell you about something, because I think it's a very popular one. I got a bachelor degree in arts and social science. I joined, after I graduated, I joined the garment industry about 1 year, and then I joined my family business because my father has been doing a family business for over 40 years. So I joined in, and then after that, not for so long, and then our whole family moved to Vancouver. We migrated to Vancouver, and then that's a little background of me.
Yeah, okay. For me, it's more or less the same. Okay, I got my undergraduate degree in Hong Kong, and then I went into the property industry. As a property valuer, I appraised the values of properties and land. Yeah, and that would be a professional job, and I thought that would be my career, my professional career. But after a few years, after 2 or 3 years, my family decided to migrate to Canada. So therefore, I just followed my family and then moved to Canada. So actually, both of us, we moved to Canada nearly at the same time. Mm-hmm. And fortunately for us, we are also, staying in Vancouver. Both families are staying in Vancouver. Mm-hmm. And that was before we got married. Yeah.
Did you two meet in Hong Kong or met in Vancouver?
In Hong Kong. Actually, we met in Hong Kong. Yeah, we started everything in Hong Kong first.
So who was after whom?
Who chased who? Right?
I know. Who came to Vancouver and the other one followed, right?
Well, only God knows.
Oh, that's a secret.
Okay. So what do you do, Spencer, after you moved to Canada?
Yeah, for the first year, I just helped my family to settle down, and then, I started to look for a job. And in the very beginning, I tried to go into my original industry first. That means the property industry. I want to just continue my valuation career, my surveyor career. Mm-hmm. But since there are two different systems in Canada and also in Hong Kong. All right, so therefore, everything that I have, all the experiences, or maybe my credentials that I earned in Hong Kong, they are all irrelevant in here. And actually, many of the corporates, they ask me to, I have to get some more academic points back, or maybe I have to pursue for a higher degree, for a master's degree or whatever. So I try to calculate, and that would be spending me maybe a few more years. Let's say maybe 5 to 6 years, so that I can get all the academic credentials to start my career again. But I thought, that would be a waste of time. So therefore, what I was thinking at that time was that, instead of waiting for people to give me a chance and opportunities, I should pursue my own. Mm-hmm. And therefore, I started my own business. Mm-hmm. I'm very keen in toys. I like toys very much. So therefore, and I thought that, all the teenagers in here, especially for the new immigrants from Asia to Canada, they like all these toys, animations, and all the merchandise. But they have only very little in here. And therefore, I saw there would be a market, and I started my toy business, my retail, wholesale. And finally, I also go for an agent for that brand name, a very big Japanese brand name back in Canada. So my business lasted for about 6 or 7 years. Yeah, until I become a blue diamond in Nu Skin, then I sold my business. Yeah.
Ooh.
Right.
What made you decide to give up? The toy business should be a fun business, no?
It's still fun. I must be.
It's a fun business. It's fun when you play toys, but it's not fun when you are selling the toys. Oh. And for traditional business, it's always very time consuming and tiring because you are the only boss, right? Yeah. So therefore, you are the only brain and only soul and heart in your business. You cannot stop, and you have to win every battle so that you can stay alive.
Yeah.
And I think for someone like me who want to enjoy life, just doing traditional business by myself is really a nightmare. So my recommendation to all the people, if you love that thing, don't go into business with that. Because that will kill your interest. That will kill your hobby.
That's interesting. Now, you had a traditional business background, or something that both of us don't have. Yeah. We are white-collar workers. So I think you mentioned to me earlier that in traditional business, you have no time.
Right.
Right? Because, and also you have to watch out for the trend.
Yes.
The toys, if you follow the wrong trend, you're done too.
Yes, true.
So you have to keep your eyes open, right? And also you have to watch out for competitors too. That's another thing.
Yeah, that's why I said you have to win every battle. All right, you have to get in ahead of the trend so that, well, either you are a very good trendsetter or you always stay on the top of the wave. Otherwise, you will be overwhelmed by your competitors. And then, finally, you will be the loser. So it was so tiring in doing traditional business. Of course, many people, they would like to become an entrepreneur. And I'm sure that they can, many of them, they become very successful. They can have their financial freedom. However, in traditional business, it doesn't matter how big your business is. All right, unless you have a group of very professional managers and experts to help you to run your enterprise. Otherwise, if you remain to be just the boss of your business, then that means you can never rest. During those years when I was doing my traditional business, I find that every minute, every second, I'm thinking about my business because it must survive. If my business dies, I die too. So that's tiring.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Well, for us, all we know is just go to work and let the boss worry about, finding the trend or finding the work or whatever. But anyway, yeah, it's interesting that when you're the boss, you really have to worry about where you're going, right? Everything is on your shoulders.
Right,
if
true.
You make a misstep, not only you may be in trouble, your employees are in trouble too. Everybody.
That's why I think about all the bosses, all the entrepreneurs right now during COVID-19. Wow, they are so bad, and I think that's tragic for them.
Yeah. Well, okay. Now let's go back a little bit. Okay. So how did you run into Nu Skin?
Yeah, you go first.
How do you get introduced to Nu Skin?
How did you run into Nu Skin?
Actually, when my family moved to Canada, that should be a happy thing. But for me, I have a hidden worries inside my heart. So I worry that will I be staying in Vancouver for a long time, or should I go back to Hong Kong? Because you know that by that time, Vancouver is a retirement city. Everybody went there for retirement, right? So, but I was only about 20s, early 20s. So I'm thinking that if I should stay there, well, so I'm living a retirement life. So what should I do? Should I go back and earn a job? Because Hong Kong is a very prosperous city, and then there's so many job opportunities there. So my hidden worries is that if I go back and got a job in Hong Kong, so what if I climb up to the ladder? So if I decided to move to Canada, so would this position and this amount of earning be accumulated in Vancouver? And then can I find the same title, same job in Vancouver? And then if I work hard and climb up to another top, so what if I want to go back to Hong Kong? So will this be accumulated? So my answer is that definitely not. So whatever I climb up, even I do my business in Hong Kong, if I want to go to Vancouver, I have to start from zero again. If I work hard, I climb again. So if I go back to Hong Kong, I have to start from zero again. So I just imagine anything that can be accumulated, because we too are very hardworking people. So we don't mind to work hard, but I'm thinking that can something be accumulated wherever I go, no matter which place that I'm living there. So by that time, my angel comes in. So he was my university classmates. He's a financial analyst. He called me and told me about the opportunity of Nu Skin. Okay, he himself did not involve because he is a very laid-back person. Okay, but he has visionary because he is a financial analyst. He knows the trend. He told me that networking is the 21st century, the trend in the 21st century. He said that because my family is in business field for over 40 years, so my dad told me about how to involve in the business, how to, you must think of business. So during my university times, I'm always thinking to find some kind of a business to do while I'm studying. Okay, just that by that time I don't have capital, I don't have a platform, so that, but my mind always have some business opportunities. So my friend come in and tell me about this opportunity. He said, you are the one who wants to have business opportunity. Why not go and explore the 21st century, the trend of the 21st century? Why not go and explore? You are an adult. Okay, if it is good or not suitable for you, whether it's suitable for you or not, you can choose. You can have a choice, right? So nobody is going to squeeze you in. Okay, so by the time I go in, and then I saw that this is an opportunity platform. So for me, the first impression is that when I heard about Nu Skin, this opportunity, my first impression is that, oh, this is not my cup of tea, because I can't imagine such an elegant lady will become the sales of skincare products. I can't imagine, because I'm not a talkative person. I have no friends. Okay, so you look at me, I'm not suitable for any kind of a talking business. Okay, so but when I saw all of those professionals like Pat and Margaret, okay, thanks Pat and Margaret for inviting us for this Zoom meeting. So I saw Pat and Margaret, I saw Dr. Lang Chow, I saw Dr. Hong Tai Wang, I saw my outline, Mrs. Vera Waters and Benny Zhou. I see that, oh, many of them, they are all from professional background. They have a very good and solid educational background. They are not crazy. They have all that analytical power, right? They know what is it happen, and they know to analyze everything. If they are so dedicated and joining Nu Skin, and they are going to teach us, why not? So my second thought is that nothing to lose, okay? Because all of the successful people in their traditional professional field, they join Nu Skin and they are so dedicated. They have their own credibility, they have their own education and professional background, and then they give us confidence. And then at the same time, they promise to train us up to become a good leader in Nu Skin. So I say nothing to lose. So for the third thought, I'm thinking that why not? If this is a business just to learn and earn, so why not? So we just graduated and we're still easy to we learn things fast. Okay, so why not? If we just learn, learning is a process. What if I don't earn any money? If I just learn, I earn all the precious experience from those successful people in Nu Skin already. So I can learn from Mrs. Waters, I can learn from you, Pat and Margaret, I can learn from everybody I earn. So what if Nu Skin give us whatever I learned, he give us the earnings also, why not? So as a result, I say that, why not? No downside, nothing to lose. And then I joined Nu Skin that way. And then that's how I joined Nu Skin.
And Spencer joined too, right? Gladly.
Well, well, gladly, yes. Gladly for me. Okay. Well, she is simple. She is a very simple person, straightforward, and she's wise. For me, I'm more stubborn. I think men are, no, not men, but only I am like this. So definitely, I'm a more stubborn person, and particularly at that time when Lily joined Nu Skin, I already been very busy in my toy business. Mm-hmm. So I rejected her invitation so many times within the first 9 months. Mm. And well, I always say that during that time I really gave. I believe that I have given her a lot of hardship because rejections are always not easy. But my recommendation to all the partners and friends in here, don't give up because someone rejects you. Yeah. And don't give up on that person because that person rejects you. The only reason why they reject you is only because they don't understand how Nu Skin works and what Nu Skin can bring to them. Yeah. So, during that 9 months, although, verbally I always reject and don't touch me, don't touch my people and just like that, right? But simultaneously, actually, I was observing her.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking and seeing how she was going, because I am also in business. So therefore, I think all businessmen, they will be curious about the success of other business. So therefore, I want to learn something from there, because I heard from her that Nu Skin was a global business. Mm-hmm. So therefore, how can someone, without doing advertising, without retail, without doing any retailing, how can a business grew so fast at that time for Nu Skin, and can really went into so many countries? The time when we joined Nu Skin has already opened up 5 international markets. Now they are 50, 54, 55. Mm-hmm. Also, therefore, I believe that there must be some keys for success in there. I want to learn that. And most important thing is, I saw Lily grew a lot during that 9 months when I rejected her. And therefore, I find that, this business is not just about buy and sell. It's about something else, something much higher and much deeper. That's why that can help someone to really advance and grow. And therefore, I was curious about that. But most important thing is, Lily always talked about people in the business. So therefore, she talks about, our direct upline, Jacqueline Barry, and then Jacqueline Lao Si, Jacqueline. And I also talked about Mrs. Waters, and then Benny Chong, and then talk about Dora. And then, of course, they talk about you, both of you. And I think that time was the time when I first really become active in Nu Skin. That was the time when you get retired from your lawyer. I heard about your story. Your story inspired me a lot. So therefore, I find that people who are successful in this business, or maybe really involving in the business, they are very smart people and wise people, and with very sounding background. But I believe that they chose Nu Skin for a reason, for a very good reason. And that become, very attracting me to really look into what kind of lifestyle Nu Skin can have. And at that time, I also looked at all the successful people in Nu Skin. So that means by that time, they are called the Blue Diamonds and Hawaiian Blue Diamonds. Now they are called the presidential directors. But in the past, they are called the Hawaiian Blue Diamonds. I look at all these $1 million super members. During my traditional work as a surveyor, as a property valuer, I went to see a lot of very beautiful houses. Mm-hmm. And met with all those land owner, or the house owner, who are very rich people. And, deep in my heart, somehow, I don't know why, but I don't want to be like them. But when I met with these successful people in Nu Skin, I find them, they are so, just like the both of you, very friendly, very low profile, mm-hmm. although very rich, but very low profile. But the most important thing is, I think these people, they have a peaceful mind. And that kind of peaceful mind is something that I want to pursue in the future. Because I think that, they feel so free and happy. Mm-hmm. That kind of happiness is not easy to earn. I know. True. So therefore, that is something that really attracted me to look into Nu Skin people. Yeah.
Mm. So you've been watching her for 9 months and finally said, aha, this is for me too, huh?
Yes. If Pat will lay down his work as a lawyer, probably I should put down my business.
Okay. So that's what did it. Okay. That was 1996.
1996, yes. That's when I quit as a lawyer.
Yeah.
1996.
Yeah. For me, my reasons for joining Nu Skin is because that, as you know, that I came from the family of a business. So I'm always looking for any global business, because my father has been doing trade between 3 countries. So if I want to do better than my father, so how can I do something more? How can I do international business trade? So by that time, the speaker of the Nu Skin seminar told me that Nu Skin has opened up 8 countries. And they promised, by that time, they promised to open up 40 countries at that time. So I said, wow, how can I, just an ordinary person, I can go into 40 countries of the market. So I say, why not? And then I'm dreaming to have to have tapped into those markets at that time already. So then I say, how can I tap in? I'm so young and I have no experience. For us, we don't have any good, just an ordinary education background. We don't have credibility. We don't have a working experience by that time. And we don't have bank account. We don't have huge sum of money in our bank. So we don't have any capital and we don't have any credibility. So, but they told us that all my outlines told us that we just learn and follow the footsteps of those successful people. I said, that's easy. So for me, I want to be successful in my early stage. I know that if we work hard in any kind of the professional field, we will be successful, but maybe in my 50s or 60s, okay? But if I follow all those successful people, I saw all those people, when they join Nu Skin, they're in their mid-age. They told me that they have midlife crisis. But at that time, I don't have midlife crisis because I'm not midlife yet, right? But I'm thinking that I always like to listen to people's story. I think that I will come across their life sooner or later. So if I can manage to go through easier, I don't have to go through all the trials and errors. And then or something like that. I just follow all those successful people's steps. I can be successful earlier. At that time, I think like this. Especially I saw you guys, and then a Dr. Wang, Dr. Chow, and everybody a doctor. Dr. Ching Ping, everybody a doctor. And say, you all have good visionaries. You are all good visionaries. So if I'm not a good visionary, if I just follow what you see, and why are you so dedicated? I just follow your footsteps. I can be successful earlier. So this is one of the reasons I joined Nu Skin. The second thing is that Nu Skin is seamless global opportunity. So I can tap into now it's over 55 countries of markets, right? So I can tap into those markets, international markets, with no regional constraint. And then no requirement of the education background, no age constraint, and then no experience required. So, but I can tap into this 24 hours non-stop business, okay? So in any kind of our traditional business, once we close our shop, so the business stopped, okay? So just like the COVID-19 here, every business closed the door, so the business stopped. But for us, when we sleep, in Hong Kong, when we sleep, our US and Canada partners, they wake up and then they wash their face, they brush their teeth, they eat supplements, and our business continue. So, and once we opened the Malaysia market, they told me that Malaysia is very hot. People take bath 3 times a day. So by the time we are bling, bling, bling. If we just take a bath every day, but they take bath three times a day, right? So maybe all of our income will be tripled, right? So by that time, it's like 24 hours nonstop. And then one more thing is that I like the freedom that Nu Skin gave us. So what kind of freedom? It's the financial freedom. However hard we work, they will pay us back what we have worked hard for. So the check, we can write it, okay? Especially I saw Pat and Margaret's check 20 years ago. I was so admired about their income, but now we cannot
anymore
right now. But I was so surprised, and I was so really. That attracted me very much. And then the second thing is that it's a time freedom. So we can choose whatever time, say, Pat, in your time zone is 11 in the evening, right? So we are about 8:30 in the evening. In Hong Kong, it's 11 morning, right? So we can choose our time. We can choose whatever people that we like to work with. And then the most important thing is spiritual freedom. I mean, the psychologically freedom. So we don't have to worry about our future. We don't have to worry about our parents' health. We don't have to worry about maybe our children's future. So we have no worries, okay? It gives us a sense of the peacefulness in mind. So that's why we join Nu Skin. That's the reason why we join Nu Skin.
Very good. Very good. Well, yeah, because you have been in traditional business with this, for example, with this COVID-19 situation, you know, regular business is in trouble.
Yeah.
Seriously, you open a shop. Now the government says you cannot open your doors. So what do you do?
Yeah, true.
You pay the rent.
Actually, during traditional business, the rental is always the one that is always the part that will kill the business itself. All right, it's always that. Well, there are always markets outside. Business can always be done. But however, the cost of running the business, the operational cost is always a headache for all the boss and for all the entrepreneurs. During this period of time in COVID-19, if we are still in traditional business, I think we have to close down and then go bankruptcy. I don't know.
Very true. Very true.
True.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the trip to Malawi.
Oh, okay.
We have not been there, okay, because I have a condition I cannot go.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Lily, you went there twice?
Yes. Once is 2009 should be. And then once is a few years ago with Spencer. 2 years ago with Spencer.
Yeah.
So the first time I went with Benny Jong and then Janet Jung, and then that was Jacqueline Jung. That was a very good experience because to be frank, so at the very beginning, we didn't know how about the force for good. We know that, but we don't have a very deep feeling on that. So we joined Nu Skin is because this is a platform for us to earn a better living lifestyle. That's why we joined, okay? But while we are working through Nu Skin, we experience that Nu Skin is a company with heart. So for the Malawi trip, so we have all the Nourish the Children vitamin meals sent there. And at the same time, the company is not just doing some meals that we can donate to them only, but they have the farming village. They teach those people there. They teach them how to farm, how to water the plants, how to do the irrigation, how to do the fertilizers, and train them up instead of farming the tobacco, they farm the maize, and then that will have 3 crops per year instead of just 1 crop per year. And then after the tobacco plantation, and then the land will be defertilized and cannot grow things anymore. So they change their plantation pattern. They help them how to build house. And then at the same time, the most important thing is that we are not just giving them meals so that they can earn a living. They give them, Nu Skin give them education. And then they all have the certificate. Recognition while they graduate, they all have all the graduation, and then they teach all the farmers. You came here with a family, you live here, I train you 2 years for the agriculture, but after that, please go back to your village. You teach 4 of the villager of how to farm in their own place, and then after that, they teach another 4. I think that's a life earning. How you earn your life, how you live your life with your own hands, right? So not just giving you enough food, but teach you how to fish yourself, okay? So I think that's very important. And one important thing that struck me most by that time, for the first time I went there, is that when you talk to those children, they have nothing. They don't have computer. They don't have a mobile phone. Nothing. They don't have anything. They are very simple. They are very poor, but all of them have a dream. So when you ask them, what is your dream? Is that I want to be a pilot. I want to be a doctor.
Engineer.
Yeah, I want to be an engineer. They have all the hopes and dreams. And you can think that, and you can see that, okay, no matter how poor they are, they still live a happy life with hopes and dreams. And then we saw that Nu Skin is doing lots of things, having lots of impacts on those people in Malawi. So for the second time, maybe Spencer can tell anything you want to express.
Well, since Lily has been there, twice, and the time interval is about 10 years. So actually, from her first experience there and what she told me during her first time in Malawi, the country was really very poor. And they would always see, refugees and, all along the field and streets and just like that, and very poor people. Even though during the first time when they went there and visited the, let's say the agricultural center, we call them the Safi, built and supported by Nu Skin and some other, charitable bodies. Those are very primitive and then, very, very back off. But after 10 years time, we see that, all these centers, these agricultural centers, they become self-supporting center. And there will be schools in there, or maybe some child care center in there. They have to take care of all the children and just like that. And the country is not that poor. We always heard that there were big famine, and then lots of people died of malnutrition, and then famine in Malawi. But now I think the country has become much more developed. And the second time when during 2 years ago, that was my first time, but her second time. So therefore, that time when we went to Malawi, we find that lots of all these children and center and child center, they are quite developed already. And for the agricultural school has trained up, hundreds and hundreds of farmers, generation after generation. I remember there were one university student. He was just graduated from university back in Malawi. And then he said that he was being raised up in those school and child care center 10 years ago. He took vitamin since then. So he's been taking vitamin for over 10 years time. And now he is university graduated, undergraduate into a engineer. And then he said, well, I asked him, why do you want to become an engineer? He said, I want to help to build my country. And that's why all these young men right now, they have dreams and then they have hope. They want to do something for the country. They like and love Nu Skin very much. When Steve Lund, one of our founders, were there, wow, they all surrounded him, and then also Napoleon, who was also one of the our very good partners in the Nurture Children initiative. So therefore, everybody loves them, and they all said that because of Nu Skin, Vitamin, and all these centers, we have our education. We grow up into a good human being. So therefore, we are actually witnessing how the country and how these young people change from one generation to the next. And I think that they are all growing. I see that this initiative that Nu Skin have in Malawi or in some other countries, we are not just giving them some money or donation and then let them to decide what to do. We have a program to help them to develop these children into good young men and into a good adult individual. So I find it very, very meaningful.
Yeah.
And I like the initiative very much.
Yeah, I think it must be very satisfying to you to find out that you really have to make a contribution to these guys' lives.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
All this is through Nu Skin.
Yes, true.
Now new people wouldn't even know.
Yeah. In fact, many of the leaders in Nu Skin, just like us and you, I think from the first day when they have this initiative, the Nurture Children initiative, the Force for Good initiative, I still remember the Force for Good initiative was started in St. Thomas Island, right? When we were having a cruise out there, and then Dr. Paul Cox saw some wreckage of a boat in the sea, and just like that. And then he said, he wants to preserve the environment, and that's why he had this idea. Well, many of the leaders started to support and followed all these programs since the first day until now. And I think that, it's so good that we can witness everything that we have done, maybe the money we have donated, maybe the vitamin that we have donated to these countries, to the foundation. They are all in very good deed and good hands and in good management. And that they have developed programs that can really help people to really go forward and move forward, help a country to really move forward. And that is meaningful. And that's a good deed that I think, every one of us in Nu Skin should be doing.
Well, essentially, everyone in Nu Skin is doing that, right?
Yeah, even though when they use the product, some of the money will be donated, like LifePack, always, yes.
That's true.
Yeah, well, that's one thing that most people don't realize, that most people think that we, especially in MLMs, all you talk about is making money.
Mm.
It's more than making money, right?
Yes, it's true.
Now you're helping all these kids that make something for themselves and to help contribute to building their own country, making things better for their fellow countrymen. I think that's very satisfying.
Yes.
Something that,
I think that's why, I would say that's why the company is very important. The company and the group of people who are running it and who are doing it, that will make a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it is always, I would say that it's always, we have to see what's the culture and the mission the company is, a brand is, and who are the people who are upholding all these principles and then really put them into the business. It's not about the industry. It's not about the way or what kind of business. It's always about the people.
Mm-hmm.
And we are lucky that we are in Nu Skin.
Yeah.
Precisely. So that's how would you answer if someone asks you, "Oh, Nu Skin, I heard it's a scam."
Yeah, true.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. If a scam can last for so many, 34 years.
Right.
And so many, a million people in the world.
36 years.
36 years.
36 years, yes.
Yeah.
36 years. Over a million distributors. And great leaders.
Still coming up.
Yeah,
very innovative products.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And of course, outstanding distributors, right? Like you.
Yes. Like you. Like us.
So, all right. Let me ask you. I've covered most of these stuff too. What are your favorite products?
Oh, that will be a difficult question because we use all the products ourselves because we believe that to do the business well, and then we have the power of influence, okay, we have to use all the products by ourselves from head to toe, no matter what kind of products. But for me, in my 1.0 period of time, I like Marine Mud very much because I like sunbathing and then I have all the freckles on my face, and I use Marine Mud for deep cleansing and for lightening my color on my face. But for the 2.0, for the Agelock products, I like TFEU very much. So you should get Too Faced Essence Ultra, the Blue Pulse, very much, because I discovered that when you use it, all your face will be lifted up very easily. Okay, so usually every morning I use 4 pieces in the morning for my whole face, and then for the old version I use 6 pieces. For the new version I use 4 pieces because it's more in volume. Okay, and then at night another 4 pieces, and I like it so much. And then for the Pharmanex products, I like Youth Span. That's the most easiest thing. 2 capsules a day, and they make you feel younger and better. And my parents, my daddy and mommy also take Youth Span, and many of us feel them very, very, very significant effects.
Yeah.
So I like those 2 products from Agelock.
Yeah. Well, for me, in the very beginning, actually, for me, I like LifePak in the very beginning. The major reason is LifePak helped me to heal my allergy. For so many years, I was every time during the change of season, I would have running nose and sneezing and all these. Yeah, that was a big headache for me. But LifePak, after taking about maybe I think half a year or maybe 9 months, then it's all gone. I mean, my allergy all gone. Yeah, so LifePak, even until today, I'm still a very loyal fan for LifePak. But for the recent years, I like TR90 the most. Asia's TR90, Hong Kong's TR90. The major reason is I think I like the idea of TR90, how they change, how they help you to build your muscle first. You build your muscle, and then therefore, help us to really to our fat, and then just like that. So therefore, I think that's a very healthy. In fact, TR90 changed my lifestyle, changed my diet, and changed my, before TR90, I really don't do any exercise.
Mm-hmm.
I'm someone who hates to do exercise. I don't know why, after TR90, I started to, get myself moving. and then, exercise, jogging, go to the gym somehow. Well, I'm still not a big fan of it, but I like it very much. I'm still doing it right now, every week. Mm-hmm. So I think that is very important. And when you have a more balanced diet with exercise and then good rest and just like that, then you will find that you keep yourself young and healthy. I like TR90 very much. And another product that I like, in the recent years is, of course, the LumiSpa. For someone who's very lazy, just like me, LumiSpa is is the best. Cleaning and firming, exercising at the same time for your face. That's the best. Yes. Yeah.
Like the
and I'm waiting for the boost to come.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the boost to come.
I know.
That's
2 minutes.
Product.
Yeah.
Change face.
Yeah. Everybody, every Nu Skin top leaders, they are the product of the products, right? That's why we love the product so much. Yeah.
They are good products. No question.
Good.
If you go visit our innovation centers, okay, in Shanghai and in the Provo, it's just like a big company's research lab.
Yes, true.
Patient, all the facilities, everything. Not too many.
And most important thing is, they are not just giving you good products. They will make it better. After some time, they will improve it, keep innovating and give you some better products, even of the same kind and type, right? So therefore, Nutricentials, I know that in USA, in Canada, we will have the new Nutricentials coming, by July, August. Yeah, sometime around, right? July. Yeah. A new concept of ingredients, bioadaptive technology. I think that is amazing.
Yeah.
Agree. We even look younger.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Lot of excitement at that time, right? So now you've been in Nu Skin for 20-some years. Can you imagine what would have happened? What kind of shape you would be in if you didn't get into Nu Skin?
If we were not in Nu Skin, definitely we would not be in this shape. Definitely we look old, unhealthy, and I don't think we will have the charisma as today. Yeah, but most important thing is, I think for myself, if I'm still running my own traditional business, if it still exists, I think today I will still be, tiring to death, boring to death, and then I will be thinking about what is my exit plan? How can I get retired? What my life will be after retirement? All these are worries. I don't think we will have that kind of peaceful mind just like now. And that will be headed. And if there's something like the virus right now, the COVID-19, I think suddenly it kills so many businesses. Traditional business. But look at Nu Skin. It helps our business, on the other way around, because at least right now we're providing very good products to help people to enhance their immunity, right? And we are also giving them an opportunity beside their job and business, so that right now people, they can change a habit, change a way of how they do the business or make a living. They can not only just use our products, they can look into our business right now. And Nu Skin changed the marketing plan since we have the velocity. So therefore, there's no barrier for entry. Everyone can join. Everyone can join, and then everyone can start doing it. I think that's fair.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh. How about you, Lily?
I think I'm just...
Without Nu Skin, you'll be calling her Auntie Lily.
I will be in some kind of a business, but I will be rich because I'm hardworking, but I won't have that peaceful of mind because my business can't stop and I have to worry about what's next year. What should I do next year? How should I earn more next year? How should I operate my business better next year? So I will be in big headache, I think. But for Nu Skin, nothing. I don't have to worry anything. We don't have a big capital investment, but we can tap into over 55 countries of market. And then we don't have to do the accounts, payroll. We don't have to worry about the warehouse, my stock, courier, delivery. No, we don't have to worry anything. But we just have to focus on marketing our products, marketing our opportunities, and also training our people, our partners to be even better than we did. So for me, I think Nu Skin gave us a strong, peaceful mind. We don't have to worry in our traditional business.
In reality, there's no worries about retirement.
Yeah.
Right? So actually we could retire a long time ago.
Oh, we kind of retired. We are retired. We're just having fun.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true. It's true. I thought you had retired 20 years ago.
I know.
Well, no. I retired from law 24 years ago. But the thing is, when you think of retirement, okay, it's true. When you retire, you don't have to go to work. On the other hand, on the flip side is, for most people, when you retire, you have this much money left in your bank.
Yes.
You want to drink it all, or you have to take a little sip every time. That's, you know, if you look around, those people that retire on a regular pension plan or whatever, they really have to watch how they spend their money.
Right. Right.
I think most retirees, the main worry is what happens if I spend all my money before I go.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Particularly right now, you see companies, they make people retire earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Even though actually for their age, they can work, you know, actually people they can prolong their work right now because people are getting more healthier. However, companies make them retire earlier. So what is retirement? Retirement just a retirement from job, but not retirement in life.
Right.
So what will you do after you have no job? That's a problem.
Now they're saying that, you know, with advances in nutrition, medication, whatever, you live longer.
Yeah.
In the past, normally they expect you to live until 70, 80, and you retire at 65, that means you have to worry about only a few years. Now, you expect to live to 100. So if you retire at 65, that means you have 35 more years to live. Are you prepared for that?
Yeah.
Standard living too.
Yeah, and the standard of living is always going up. Meanwhile, so your retirement fund is not going to go up with the standard of living. Simple as that. Yeah. So, you know, we're very glad that we got into this business.
Yeah.
And moreover, you mentioned something about Lily. Did you say she was not very talkative?
Yeah.
Well, she said yes. Yes. And in fact, that was true. That was true. That was true so many years ago. You know, she was not a talkative person. She was not a public speaker. I wouldn't believe that if you're watching her now. You must be kidding. Now she is a machine gun. She cannot stop.
Actually, one of our partners, you know, Bob House said, you know, Nu Skin is actually it's a self-improvement process.
That's true.
Okay. It's got a business behind it too.
Yeah.
So, you know, all around it's a good thing to get involved in. It's just we hope that we wish a lot of people will see that, and maybe through this COVID-19 crisis, they'll open up a lot of more people's eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we hope so.
True.
Yes.
Okay. Now, any words of wisdom for the newcomers?
I think, as you said, Nu Skin is a life-changing opportunity. At the very beginning, I believe that. When the day I joined, I believe that. My dream is that I hope one day I can become Pat and Margaret. They are having very free lifestyle, enjoying their life, even at their retirement age. They can still travel around. They can have so many friends around. And then you say now in the COVID-19, they are still contributing in organizing all the interviews around the world. I think that's a very happy and relaxing retirement life, but with still have the income coming in. So I think that's a life-changing opportunity. And then we too, I always say our story is just like, for me, it's just like a Cinderella. But Spencer says it's not a Cinderella story, because Cinderella story, you will get everything, you won't get back after midnight. so I think that it's like a butterfly story. Yeah. So we start from a little world, okay, but we try and error, we learn, and then we become a butterfly, and then we can fly high in the sky, enjoying our life. So this is a true story, because we too are from just very ordinary background, with just normal education background, no financial backup, and then no credibility, and then no professional working experience. But we believe whatever story that we have seen, just like all of our uplines, Pat and Margaret, Dr. Len Chow, Dr. Wang, and then Vera Banye, and then Christian, Dora Hong, and then Jacqueline. So we saw all those stories. And then we believe that this is a fair platform for everybody. This is a fair, truly fair platform. If we work hard, if we follow those people's successful footsteps, we can have a change in our life. And we want our retired life to be more valuable in helping more people who need opportunity, who don't have a vision, who don't have a platform, but they need opportunity. They need to change their life too. So if you say some kind of word of wisdom, what we share is that, first thing is that we need to have passion in life. We need to have passion in life, in both news, whatever ups and downs in our road, we need to have passion. I think passion is the most important thing, especially nowadays in the COVID-19. All of them are boring to death at home. So we still have to have passion, right? To find something that we should do it at home, right? We have to have passion. The second thing is that I think we need to have dream. In Nu Skin platform, dreams really come true. I will suggest all those newcomers dare to dream. Dream all those impossible dreams. With Nu Skin platform, all our dreams really come true. And the third thing is that even if we have dreams, we have to believe it. So we have 200% belief in whatever we see for all those successful stories. We believe that. And the fourth thing is that we take action. We work hard. We work really hard in order to pursue our dream, to make our dream come true. And then, for us, this is a real story, real ordinary story to make ourselves extraordinary. For you, you two are already extraordinary.
We are ordinary.
But this is the true and the real story. And Nu Skin is truly a real platform for those who want to work hard and have a better living in their own future. So our future is controlled in our hands with good platform, with good mentor, and with our good hard work. Our dream can come true. And for Spencer, you have any?
Well, for me, just one thing, and that is never give up. Never give up. Because the trophy is always at the end when you cross the finish line, just like any race. So never, just keep going forward. Don't think too much. I saw someone asking a question. Don't analyze too much. Don't think too much, because you can never analyze, why Nu Skin can become so successful. There are some facts. Okay, we have 36 years of history for you to look into, to analyze. But for my so many years in here, I find that people who keep on thinking and analyze, at the end they do nothing. They take no action. They are not there to do anything. So therefore, I would say that, true businessmen, they base everything on their instinct and hunch. If we have so many people who have become successful, who are the mentors, just follow their footsteps. Make it easy and simple. Nu Skin is a simple and fun business. Don't make it too hard.
Yes, sure.
So therefore, I would say that, just keep yourself happy, simple, use the products every day. That is very important because you see it really changes everything of yourself. That's why you have confidence. Always come close to the company and with the people, with the good leaders in this company. Because by then you can see good samples, walking samples, okay, and successful cases, stories all around you. They are from all, every batch of life. So therefore, I would say that, this is a true story. This is already true for so many people, and it will be true for you too. So never give up till the end.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then Pat, we two are the youngest COE3 in Hong Kong market.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then I know that we are working hard to follow your steps to become COE4. So by that time, we hope that we'll still be the youngest one. We're working hard through it. So I think this is a true story.
Yeah.
Huh?
That'll be a challenge to you, right?
Yeah. So fair platform for everyone to tap into global seamless market.
Right.
Just believe it and work it out.
Yeah, I have to agree. This is very fair platform because if you don't work, you don't get paid. Very simple. You get paid because you work hard.
Right? Yeah.
Because you have done the right thing.
Yeah.
That's why you get paid.
Organization, they love the product, where all the people around us love the product. When they love the product, we get paid.
Yeah.
Somebody gets paid.
Yeah, not only that, I mean, this is enjoyable work.
Yeah,
yes, true.
But, unlike my previous job, I run into unhappy people most of the time because they
As a lawyer.
Yeah, they ask me to go travel, go to the branch office and talk to those people because what? They got a problem there.
Yeah.
They want you to solve it.
Yeah, my job is to solve their problem.
Yes.
The process known as headache transfer. Transfer the headache from them to me. Right? So always, what's wrong with this? Oh, look at this. Oh, they are doing this to us. You go to another office. Look, what's going on here? Oh, look at this. They're doing this to us. Oh, you always you always are trying to solve problems. Never very unusual to have a very happy meeting. Okay, here it's just different.
Yes, true.
Everywhere we go, we meet with happy people. That the mentality and the mindset is just totally different.
Yes.
You really have to experience it to realize, how big the difference is. Seriously, now, you have been in a traditional business before. Well, would your competitors tell you exactly how to improve your business?
Yeah, never. Never.
Yeah. So the question here says, what does it mean by COE 3 and 4? You want to answer that? COE is
Circle of Excellence.
Yeah, Circle of Excellence. 3.
Well, 3 is at the level of what?
10 million?
No, it's 15. It's 20 million.
No, 10 million.
10 million.
COE
10
is 10
million. 4 is 20 million.
COE 4 is 20 million. Yeah.
So that's a new term, fancy terms.
Yes.
Okay. I think that's it. Yeah. It's good. Everybody thanking you. They love your story. And they say you have reversed in age.
Thank you, Brenda.
Everyone.
Thank you. Thanks, Nu Skin. Thanks, ageLOC, right?
True.
This is known as aging backwards.
Yeah.
I think that's why, we all love doing the business.
Yeah. Yeah. It was, like I said, this gathering of happy people. You know, seriously. Anyway, okay. Well, what time is it?
12:07. Yeah, supposed to be half an hour again.
Yeah, normally our target was we try to limit this to half an hour. Okay, every single one of our interview have run over an hour.
Yeah, but everybody's happy to hear.
Okay. Well, I think good to have you guys, you know, share your experience with us, and well, we look forward to seeing you sometime. Maybe maybe October. I think New Skin TE. Oh, for US. TE.
I don't know where you guys are going.
Yeah, maybe.
But in US, Team Lee, we're going to go to Hawaii to go with the trip.
Okay.
That's a US group.
Yes, only for US.
See you sometime later.
Come along.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where you guys will. President China will go. Hope they don't go to Macau. That's all.
He said go home, so we will go home.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Pat and Margaret.
Thanks, Pat and Margaret, for inviting us.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next time you can do it in Mandarin too.
Okay, you do in Mandarin. Huh?
Okay. Another round in Mandarin for all your downline COE.
Okay. Actually, we will be interviewing
her cousin.
My cousin Wang Cong.
2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Good. Yeah. That's a wonderful story.
So we're going to have to do that in Mandarin.
That's a very inspiring and wonderful story.
Yeah. So one of our partners say, can we have more of this kind of interview, please?
Okay.
Well, we're doing it
once
every
a week.
Tuesday.
Every Tuesday night. Every Tuesday, usually our morning. But today's special because you guys are in Vancouver.
I don't think you appreciate getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning to do this. Right?
Better do it.
That's why we appreciate it today very much.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Pat and Margaret, for organizing. Thank you so much. We love it. Yeah.
All right. So we'll sign off here. Okay.
Yeah. Stay safe.
Yeah. Stay strong. Stay safe.
Keep healthy, everybody.
And keep pursuing your dream in New Skin.
Yeah.
One day, everybody will become Pat and Margaret.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.